Okay, folks. Yeah, I've taken today off, Monday off from work. I had pulled a huge all-nighter last night and this morning, um, but uploading and burning to and downloading and burning to discs my videos for the TV channel that I've chosen for this. I won't name it, but basically I have given them some DVDs, and I'm hoping these will go to air hopefully before Christmas. I'm really desperate to find where my partner Luigi is. I'm getting very weary and a bit worn out from this. I mean, pulling an all-nighter is a difficult thing, but I just wonder, what's the point of all these demos I'm doing and I'm not fucking getting anywhere? It's the kind of thing my dad would entertain, and my mum to a lesser extent for different reasons. They don't seem to think this is worth it, but I have to continue. My gut's telling me I must continue. Let's see how we go with this one. I don't know how it's going to turn out. Anyway, it is one of these. I don't do these, I just found it on the ground, and I'm mainly interested in that lovely holographic sticker or label. I don't know which way is the best, sideways or vertical. But yeah, I'm really missing Luigi, and it really hurts to be away from him the way that I have been, and trying to get myself up there on the 6 o'clock news is no easy feat. It's not. It's very difficult. Indeed, it's proven to be extremely difficult and arduous. It's been quite arduous trying to, with the all-nighters that I often pull to get somewhere. It's trying to notice is a pain in the ass when it does that. Yeah, that looks interesting. The hologram doesn't look all that, isn't colourful. It looks really interesting, but it's not what I'm after. I was after the colours. I was hoping to find the colours flashing around. I do like that pattern actually. It's quite a nice pattern. I'm going to try and just leave it lying flat. See what happens. The old saying, see what happens, folks. The experimental spirit, you could say, folks. Yeah, that looks a bit better. Still looks like it's a bit wishy-washy and not showing the flashes of colour that I was hoping to see. I might turn it around the other way and see what happens if I do it this way. If I do it this way, try and turn it this way. Holograms are notoriously difficult to make interesting, even though they've got potential. And that's come up looking interesting again. I think it's better than the first two. Yeah, you can see some of that lovely pattern around the edge there. It's better than this. It's better than this one. You can see some interesting bits. I think maybe might just run it like that and enlarge it, make it really big. I do think maybe I might try one more direction, and this is this way, even though I can't lay it flat. It might just work for all we know. Now it's starting to get a bit hot. It's getting a bit hot out there, folks. The sun's cracking through real big time. And yep, you can just hear the paper come out of the photocopier. And again, it looks even better. You can see more of that edge, and it's got some colour in it, which is really nice. It's got some kind of colour. I might try one more version I might try and angle it further like this way instead of the other way. So I'm just going to hold it up higher and see what happens, if it gives it more of a holographic glint, hopefully. Nothing ventured, nothing gained is what people used to say, and that's come up looking really quite nice. I don't know which version looks better. They look much of a muchness. I think maybe this version might be, it's hard to tell. I think this one's a bit sharper, so I'm going to work with that one. I do think maybe right, so now we're going to enlarge that. So we're going to take that away. I'm disappointed the colours didn't turn up nicely. We didn't get any major colour, but we got some nice patterns anyway. A nice pattern. We're just going to put that on the glass and enlarge it big time. So I'm just going to guesstimate where to place it. Just place it hopefully on the right place. Maybe darken it a little bit. I don't know, folks, if it's going to work. Yeah, that's come up looking quite interesting. You can see the lovely patterns there, even though it's not as good, not as nice as I would have liked it to be. Maybe I can move it. It's a bit, got to move it that way so it doesn't cut off. So I'm moving towards the top there, the left, should I say, if I'm correct. I'll move it towards the left, just a fraction. And we're just going to see how that looks. Yeah, that looks a bit better. No, it doesn't. I moved it, or did I? Yeah, no, I've moved it in the right direction, if I'm correct. No, I haven't. I'm not. I moved it too far. I just have to move it back a bit, but it looks really interesting. I think this one is actually on the edge, just on the edge, so maybe that will be good. And I can see something interesting there that I think I can elaborate on. So I'm just wondering which one I'm going to work with. I'm going to work with either that. I think this version's better. I don't know, folks. I get confused sometimes, even as a person who's really good with photocopiers, you know, someone who really has gotten to know the equipment quite well. Not perfect though, but, yeah. I think we're going to use that one. I'm going to utilise that. So we're going to enlarge that corner. I'm going to just put it in the it's bloody awful a way that it's located. It's on the wrong side of the picture, on the wrong side of the paper. So I have to hold it and drop the dock feeder onto it carefully. It's really tricky trying to hold the camera. Oh, holding the camera is not hard, but trying to get it onto the glass straight. I'm a person who picks up details like that quite readily, or very readily, extremely perhaps. And it looks really quite nice how that appears. We're going to make that into something really interesting, hopefully. I've just got all this mess here. I'm just going to clear it up. I'm just going to throw it aside. Just going to put this paper aside. I might need this paper perhaps. I'll just keep it. So now we're just going to... Fuck, on the bloody floor. I hate when I drop things all the time. I hate dropping things. I hate when they end up on the dirty floor. And now we've got this. We've got this piece that we've just output, and we're going to utilise it. So going to maybe put it there against the edge of the glass. Try to enlarge it the way I'd like it to be enlarged. So just put it there like so. I don't know how big we're gonna have to make it. So yeah, this first one's been a difficult one. I've gone nearly 11 minutes into the demo already with this, and we've still got to go further, and we've got to enlarge that bigger on the vertical. Horizontal looks all right, I think. It's the vertical, I think, that we need to now focus on to get that nice and looking nice. I do think maybe we might have to straighten it up. It's a bit crooked. I don't know how crooked it is and which way to turn it. Maybe, trying to see it, maybe I'll turn it this way, downwards. Just a fraction on an angle. And now we're just going to see if we can make this work. Oh, that scanner is getting squeaky. Not a nice sound. I do hope the machine doesn't break down, because I don't have time to have to wait for a technician to come and fix it. So, and that's come up looking really quite nice, actually. It looks a bit like we could, I don't know, if we could maybe lessen the vertical a little bit, because it's cutting off some of the lovely detail there, or whether we're going to run with it. I don't know, folks. I think maybe 160 might be the size for this. Yeah, that's better. That's a bit more closer to that. Looks a bit better. I do think. Do wonder if we're going to leave it like that, or if we're going to make it even better. Just move these out of the way to make our mirrored piece. I don't know if this is really going to look that good. Oh, that scanner is noisy. I don't like it, folks. I just hope it doesn't seize up on me, because you know, when you hear a sound, it's often a sign of an imminent breakdown. So I don't want a breakdown in this video if I can avoid it. So if there's going to be a breakdown, maybe that might add a bit of drama to my work, but I still don't want to have to go through that, folks. Yeah, I can just hear a sulphur-crested cockatoo squawking away in the background. I used to like those birds, but then they started attacking my window frames, and then the fly screen, and that was the last straw. And now I just find them abhorrent to a large extent because of that. I don't want bugs in my unit. I don't want flies and mozzies. I bought myself a repellent diffuser this morning. It's on special, and I thought I'd purchase one, and I'm going to hang it up soon, and hopefully that'll, if any insects get in through that fly screen or anywhere else for that matter, they won't want to be here. So yeah, I can protect myself. Anyway, that's come up looking quite interesting. I think we can now call this demo quits.